Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the final part of today's episode of Play to Find Out Smooth Criminals,
We're in a
episode
really awkward
17.
we're in a really awkward conversation.
That's true.
So Salia, who is Mr. Posh's lover, and
Mm-hmm.
also a devil
Immortal
of immense
person.
power,
Yeah.
may or may not be a dragon, uh, you know, uh,
That's all I've ever
has
wanted.
just poured glasses of brandy for everyone, and she takes a seat back behind her desk and swirls it slightly, as it's just been revealed. So far, we know that Mr. Posh is dying.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a shadow monster bomb in his brain. Uh,
TomCat has past lives.
TomCat has past lives. This is his third reincarnation. And Mr. Posh just learned that in his previous incarnation, he was the adopted uncle of Red Devil, Astrid. And also, Astrid just dropped the bomb that she thinks she's slowly turning into a demon.
Well, I wasn't planning to do it with them here, but I'm
you
here,
did anyway.
and I don't want to bother Salia on multiple occasions. And mechanically, I'll get help from them, so it's better.
Technically, if they're your friends. I don't know if they're still your friends after that.
After
That's up
after
for them.
being like, I'm slowly turning into a monster. Please help. Yeah, they're probably not my friends.
You see me look at her as like, don't worry, hun. I was married once. Well, technically, I still am till death. I don't know how that works, death till we part.
This feels like a logic puzzle. But back to me turning into a horrific spirit
Hold
of
on a second.
malice.
I need to move my cat so that she does not block my fans,
Noah-
fans output and make my computer overheat.
That's
Okay,
important.
No
It's pretty
offense, Salia. So what I just want to understand it. I'm trying to figure out what's the deal. Can you possibly help me?
You want to make a roll?
I would like to make a consort roll with my friends.
Okay. Mr. Posh, TomCat, are you still her friends? Are you going to give her Is one of you at least?
I'm going to assist her because I want to bring my stress to 6. For when I indulge, I can't overindulge.
You don't need to. You don't need to stress.
You don't need to. You don't need to because you're just a friend and you can just add a die for nothing.
Oh,
You can't.
but I wanted to actually use my dice and not overindulge once in my life.
Too bad.
Sorry, mechanically, it's not how it works. But yeah, you get an extra die here.
Yeah, it's like we're still your friends. You hellspawn.
5, 2 ticks.
Okay.
So does she disclose anything to me, or is she just like, yeah, good luck?
No. She'll disclose something to you. 1 second here.
Can I spend a rep to push that a little bit more?
Yeah.
Is that cool with everybody?
Spend those reps, man. It's not like we're gonna do anything with it. We're not leveling up the thing. We're not going up in tiers, so it's one of those things.
Only one.
Youch.
Right.
Ouch.
That's still almost halfway. 3 ticks.
So 3 out of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so she says, you have a choice. And until you decide to embrace that side of yourself fully or die mortal, you will make this choice every day.
And if you were in my position, what would you choose?
I never had the luxury of that choice.
You see TomCat nod? Yes, didn't have a choice either.
The idea of being more than human is seductive in a very unique way.
As Mr. Posh gets self-conscious as the only like human here.
But the idea of being human no more is terrifying, to say the least.
I never. And she like looks at Mr. Posh as she says this. She's like, I've never been human, but I've had similar experiences. There are those who tell me it's different, but I'll never know.
I guess I'm scared to find out. You know?
What you're going through, I can help you, but it's beyond my personal experience. Everything I do or say will be extrapolation at best.
Well, everything I've been reading is theory. So, at the very least, you're immortal and have some context for what that's like.
I'm
Or are you not immortal? Technically.
My lifespan is longer than most, but there are beings older than I am who will outlive me, if live is the right word for it.
Zalia, can I ask you a question?
You've asked me plenty.
I know, but this one is particularly insulting depending on how you take it.
I'll
see
be sure to
TomCat.
keep that in mind.
TomCat has that look of like,
And she,
oh
like,
boy.
I'm trying to mime sipping the brandy, but the cat's just like, oh, a hand. I'm gonna pet that. She sips her brandy.
What kind of devil are you?
She's not just gonna tell you without a roll.
I'll roll.
You
I want to aid on this one because
Yeah,
I really want to know.
speak up.
too.
Speak
wanna
up.
aid.
Tell me how
Yes.
you're aiding.
You see me like, yes, I've been thinking about that recently. I asked you before. You always give me that. I'm trying to think of the word. Misdirection.
And
Because
you
sometimes
are
if someone has
per-
secrets, they don't want them getting out.
Mr. Posh.
That's why I'm asking,
know what's
not
Mr. Posh,
finding.
Will?
I think that Salia like smiles actually when Mr. Posh says that, as she knows a few of his secrets.
What was Mr. Posh's first name again? I keep forgetting.
Ramik.
Ramik.
I say, sure, Ramik.
Position. That's not even the secret.
That's
It's not
hilarious.
even a
It's a-
secret.
It's a secret to TomCat. said Ramik.
Position.
That's the best part.
This is risky. You could offend her greatly here.
Effect.
Standard.
Die from TomCat. Pushing myself.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is consort.
Yeah. This is consort.
5.
Okay.
What's the consequence of a 5?
You're about to find
There's
out.
a couple of different things it could be. You do it, but there is a consequence. You could suffer harm. That doesn't really make sense here. A complication occurs. You have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. I think you have reduced effect. She's not going to be fully open with you here.
Can I roll to resist that reduced effect?
More stress.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Can you do that? I mean, no, I guess you did clear stress earlier, so you're fine. Yeah, you can roll to resist that.
I'm guessing I'm resisting with resolve.
Yeah, I think so, because this is kind of like your strength of will versus her.
6.
She she's gonna be less than, let's say, the 0. So That's nice. Stress
So,
free.
yeah.
You stare her down.
It's not even that I'm staring. It's less like aggressive than that. It's just like
I see
Like-
this. I see like Red Double staring down her and TomCat staring down Ramik. Is
it's
that
not even.
what
It's
we're
not even
doing?
like. It's not even like
Or-
intensity. It's just like
Where's Mr. Posh looking throughout
I
all
just
of
want to
this?
understand.
I'm looking at Salia, kind of like I'm trying to give her like the you don't have to tell her if you don't want to look.
Okay.
Like-
Okay.
And then I-
This is a really, really good time to see if there's anything Orchid wanted to be doing.
Well, you figure out what she is.
I know what she is. I'm trying to figure out how she's going to phrase it. But also, I know that Pian has been sitting here without having much playtime. Where's Orchid during all of this? Your girlfriend's missing. The rest of the gang is
everybody's,
missing.
like fucking gone.
Yeah.
You come to Salia's house too?
No, fuck no. I don't want to get messed up in that.
But it's fun.
Probably fine.
Do you see the raccoon, the coon cat just
I
chilling
think-
there?
I think I want to go to Travin.
You gonna clear some stress here?
I'm gonna clear some stress.
Yeah, always a good idea.
So, the Travin is a drug dealer that operates out of a smoothie bar. They serve smoothies and milkshakes, and also hard drugs.
Like the hardest of drugs.
And also
And
meth.
yeah, they also sell meth. And they have little back rooms that are like the size of closets that are just like covered in soft pillows with padded walls for you to just trip balls in. And that is where Orchid goes to indulge her vice. So
Are you in
get
danger
there.
of overindulging right now?
By one, but I don't.
You'll probably be okay.
Just don't roll a
Probably fine.
6, and you're not roll. You don't have help, so you're only rolling 1 die.
Yeah.
So you get there, and Travin is behind the counter, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?
Hello, Travin.
You here to get your like usual?"
I'd like the usual, please. Yes.
Yeah. It's just you today, huh?
Just me. No friends on. this
Buddies
one.
aren't that hip.
Not-
He's like having this conversation while he's like fixing. He's getting your drugs ready.
Of course, obviously.
It's fine. I know what it's like when you're all alone and you're like, man, I just want to get high.
Kelsey, are you calling on your own experiences here?
What? No.
Well,
Like, here you go. Like, third door down. You don't want the other two. Like, Jilos was in here earlier and he got all sick up in number 2.
I'll make
It
sure.
was
to-
bad.
Thanks,
Yeah, so he hands you some Black Lotus and gives you a room number so you can go indulge your vice.
Okie dokie.
do some drugs.
Do some drugs. Do drugs, kids. Don't. don't.
Don't do drugs. It's bad. This game is all about criminals and bad people.
Yep,
Don't
yep.
don't be these people.
Don't
I
be
like to eat demons.
don't be these people because you definitely
I'm turning
don't.
into a demon.
Don't be these people. I think that's our motto.
I
Oh,
might.
nice.
4. That's good.
Wait,
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
Cool.
Nice.
This is. Sorry.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Smash
you
cut back.
you cut back. So we're after that cute little interlude. We're gonna cut back over, and
To the-
Salia.
To this pressurized moment where Astrid's either about to get eaten by a dragon or get told a secret.
So Salia is like, all right, I'll be honest with you. Perhaps it would be easier to show you.
It's your choice.
And so she leads you out. What you didn't realize was this townhouse, it's like built into the side of the cliff. And there is a steep staircase that goes up from the second floor even higher up. It actually leads to the top of the cliff. Actually, like a little bowl indentation in the top of the cliff that you wouldn't normally you wouldn't see it if you were just on the top of the cliff. And she leads you out there, and it's actually a fairly wide open space that's maybe 20 feet down from the top of the cliff, but open to the air. And she takes you out there. And
Question:
she says,
before this happens, does Posh know what his girlfriend is?
Nope.
Okay, so we're all about to learn something.
Does anybody not go? Okay. So yeah, she leads you all out there, and then once you guys like exit the top of the stairs, she says, "Wait here." And then she walks out into the center of this depression, the top of the cliff.
Why, I
And
feel like something amazing or terrifying or both is going to happen.
She, TomCat, you're always like looking into the spirit realm, aren't you?
Yeah, I have a third eye for it.
Yeah. So, all of you have the ability because of the crew advance to see into the spirit veil. Is anybody else looking?
I feel
there?
like Astrid is looking in there most of the time.
Okay. So the transformation starts in the spirit veil. And so TomCat and Astrid see this happen. And I described this about her before. Before she looked exactly like herself in the spirit veil. But TomCat recently realized that actually herself that was in the spirit veil is a different scale than herself that's in the physical realm. Just so much larger, so much more massive, so much more. And so it's there that you first see the changes. And basically that largeness of herself slowly starts to shrink in on itself, and herself in this realm starts to slowly grow. And as she starts to slowly grow, she's transforming into it is a dragon, but it's more like a Chinese dragon, like a very long, sinuous dragon. And but like to your vision, especially those of you who are looking into the spirit realm, it's like what you were seeing as the mirror in the spirit realm was like she'd taken a part of herself and just shoved it into the spirit realm so that it would not be here.
I got you. Basically, it's like deflating for she could stay human sized, and now she's pushing it back in. Gotcha. You
exactly.
See TomCat's like looks over to Mr. Posh. Your friend is gorgeous.
And she is like a beautiful, like golden bright color. Like there's no sunlight to reflect off of her scales, and yet somehow they're glimmering anyway. And she is actually just gorgeous.
I think we get the cut of Astrid's face, and what can only be described as a look of rapture is just filling it.
And so
What's
yeah,
Posh? Posh's reaction
she
to
she
this?
turns like 2 circles, and then returns back to the center and like reverses the process as she just shoves her essence through into the shadow veil, the spirit
Mhm.
veil.
I don't know when
as-
Astrid fell to her knees, but she did.
TomCat look as suave as possible.
And then
This isn't my first rodeo.
and then she walks over back to Mr. Posh and she puts her hand on his cheek and says, I hope I've not frightened you, Ramik.
Frightened's definitely not what I'm feeling right now.
I think it's called pride. Or lust. I don't know. We're not judging.
Why would you even... What?
She's smiling like I accept these answers. Cat, can you just not be right in my camera? That'd be great.
TomCat Simpsons one. It's like, I miss my wife.
And I think there's
Astrid
like a
is
moment.
just unable to react to anything that's happening. She's just like, holy shit. Is this what being immortal feels like all the time?
Yeah, and so
She's very much being seduced by the temptation of becoming a demon right now.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
So she's gonna lead you guys back inside. I think we cut back to the study where you'd asked this question initially.
Mm-hmm.
And she is sitting back behind her desk and she says, as long as you're all here, would you be willing to do a job for me?
I feel like I owe you one great one.
Of course.
What is it?
Helping me out with my...
Please, Salia
study.
will do.
I feel like I owe you one, Salia.
And she nods. She nods. Cool. So she is going to give you guys a job, a Rooney.
Why do I feel? Why was I imagining her like a brass dragon from D&D, except like not the bullshit European dragon with like 4 legs and a pair of wings?
She has like 6 legs. Like
She has like 6 legs and no wings and like a mustache.
Well, she don't need wings. She could just hover.
Like a lady Shenron.
Oh, or is she like a koi dragon? That could be cool.
Koi dragon.
I gotta remember that for Longfall when you guys eventually end up fighting a dragon for some reason. Because it's a role-playing game and there's got to be a dragon eventually.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, there's not dragons in Longfall, to my knowledge, at least.
Not yet.
Not yet. There's terrifying aether leviathans, but there's not dragons.
What? Scared now. Yeah, she is going to give you a job here. You can turn it down if you like, but this is your entanglement. So if you turn it down, there are consequences.
Okay.
Right.
As opposed to other times where she offers you a job and you can just turn it down willy-nilly. She wants you to steal the blueprints of a new building that is being put into the Phoenix district. She wants you to steal these blueprints, bring them to her, let her modify them, and then put them back.
That feels like 2 scores.
Yes.
Pay rate?
If you're to succeed in getting them back unnoticed, I will pay you handsomely.
I prefer to have a number, but at this point, I don't feel like I'm in a condition to make demands of you. Again, or requests. Handsomely works.
Sounds like fun on the bun.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're capable of that.
It would be easier, I'm certain, to just exchange the blueprints for another set, but they're on the lookout for that, and I wouldn't know. I don't have the full layout memorized. Modifying the existing ones is the only option for it to be completely circumscript.
Hey, TomCat, you want to steal someone else's memories again?
Give me power.
That was not scary at all. Why don't we just steal the memories of the lead architect?
We're just jumping right to that now?
It seems easy.
Yeah. Can I regurgitate memories?
No, you can steal them. You can't. Even at this time, you do not know how to regurgitate memories. You only know how to eat them.
Okay, so that's not a thing we can do.
You want to learn how to eat to be able to regurgitate them. That's a clock.
That's the problem. That's a clock. We have a score now.
Yeah.
We'll work something out. Thank you, Salia. I should probably be going because I'm guessing you two want to bang.
That was enjoying our time together, Salia.
That was a joke. Toodles. And earnestly, thank you, Salia. That means a lot that you have to get. And she leaves, totally not realizing that Salia is subtly manipulating her.
You see me like putting all the paperwork together and stuff like that. And it's like, well, actually, I'll just leave it here. I don't think I'm going to be seeing as I kind of rub my back of my neck, Mercy for a moment.
Reasonable. And perhaps by the time you return, you'll be ready to help Ramik.
Hopefully. Time to go do a training montage.
Great. Have fun.
Okay.
Posh was eagerly waiting for the two of them to leave.
Yep. So what you're gonna do? Training as your other downtime action?
Yeah.
Cool. What are you training in?
I'm training my insight. Basically, cool. I'm on the way back. I'm just like looking at people like, if I was to predatorily kill that person right there and steal their memories, how would I go about this?
Mr. Posh, did you want to do something now that you're alone with Salia?
Yeah. Well, I want to use my actions for others. Actually, yeah. Now kind of. Yeah. So yeah. So they leave. And then the two of them are alone. And yeah. So then he comes back and. Well. That was. You were one of the. I think you were one of the, basically the only person that's been able to leave me wordless, and you've done it several times now.
I suppose I should take that as a compliment.
I think so.
I feel like at this point she like pulls you towards her like by like tugging on your like does Mr. Posh wear a tie?
He has like an ascot, right?
Kind of, yeah. I want like one of those,
yeah,
like, yeah, something like that.
Like she tugs on that and pulls you very close and's like, well, if you can't speak, I'm sure your mouth is useful for something else.
I can find something for it to do. Fade.
Yes.
Can we use their Night of Passion as another role on Exclusive Relationship?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sorty.
I guess consort. Yeah.
I mean, it could be sway if you're being particularly seductive.
I think. Oh yeah. I'm a sway.
Oh, sway.
relationship. And then 2 dice and 3 because friendo. 5. That's 2 ticks. Almost there. Coolio. Yeah, so
Brilliant.
we fade. I still have my third. I still have my third. Does anyone else have anything they want to do before I spend my third?
I don't have any more actions unless I use another rep, and I don't know if we want to do that.
All right.
I would like to keep studying, but I'm not going to take any more rep unless everybody's like, "Yeah, it's cool."
Yeah, I think we should keep some. Yeah, we've already spent a few of them, so
we spent 3, right, or 2 or 3.
I thought 3, but I'm not sure.
Who spent 3 what?
Wait, no, I haven't spent any yet. We spent 1 for TomCat stuff.
Rep?
Yeah.
You talked about spending rep. No, you did spend a rep because you.
I indulged my vice, and then I studied with Salia.
You did that twice.
You did it twice, though.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to spend my third to get some deets on this building.
Stuff.
So I guess, can I ask, is my downward ticked friend connected to this building at all? August, the master architect.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Great. It's even better because August doesn't know that I hate him with a burning passion.
Yes, exactly.
But I do. So, I think, let's see, what do I want to do? I'm trying to figure out if I can use him in any way. I would like to use my find cover identity. And so is there like a new any form of like news or like paper or something like that in Brightharbor?
Like a newspaper?
Something like that is like some form of like that. Okay. So I set up a like, oh, the paper wants to do a like, we heard you're putting out this, like, doing this new building. The paper wants to interview on it because it's going to be this cool thing. So I want to basically use my, like, disguise myself, find cover identity to pretend to be, like, a, like, reporter. And I'm going to go talk.
Not Darren Masters.
Not, yeah, another one. So I'm going to go talk to August and, like, try to get details on the building by just, like, talking to him in the guise of I'm interviewing him.
Sure. That sounds good.
Coolio. Yeah, so like we probably get a couple scenes of like setting that up, and then like the day of we see like it's obviously posh, but like dressed not in like fancy suit. It's more definitely more casual wear.
Probably the most dressed down we've ever
Oh
seen.
yeah, probably.
Posh.
Yeah, it's like jarring almost because like Posh is basically always in a suit of some kind, and now he's like in like trying to like just a button shirt and like very like whatever the equivalent of jeans is in this universe or this era, with a weird hat and then like a notepad and crap. Yeah, and then I like heads in to speak with August. Let's see. I don't have an idea right now of what August like looks like or kind of is. Do you have anything?
Yeah. I picture August is a little bit on the short side. I think that he is half Scoveland. So he's got the same like darker skin like most Aruvians, but his hair is like almost blonde, but not quite like a light brown color.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes are very light, like maybe tan.
So he sort of looks like TomCat because TomCat's the same type.
Kind of, but no relation. Probably.
Hopefully not.
That would be awkward.
Yeah. So like Posh comes into the office and then like walks over.
And he's August is older.
Mm-hmm.
He's like maybe 50, but he's like really skinny and kind of short.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So yeah, come in.
Yeah, I like walk over, like outstretch my hand, like, hi, pleased to meet you, P.D. Jorgensen.
Right, PT. All right then.
I just want to say thank you so much for this meeting. We're so pleased to get this interview with you.
I'm honored to give it.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. We're gonna make you look fantastic. When the article actually finally comes out. So how would you get to it? Like just sit into the chair. Like Posh is very clearly put on this like huge persona and just like sits in the chair, like plops down, like flips open the notepad and starts like writing stuff. I guess we can turn the conversation into the gather information role.
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
So I'm aiming towards consort because I'm putting on a disguise, but I'm not lying to him to do this. I'm like asking questions and like trying to be like,
You're very earnest about your lies.
Right. Yeah. Like the action isn't a lie. It's the setup was a lie.
I feel ya.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I feel ya. I feel ya.
Got it. Let's see. That is. So, when you use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection, you get +1 die to rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion. Do I get my cloak and dagger?
Yeah, I think so.
I get 4 dice. Because I also have +1 to consort on gather information. And then is this a fortune or is there a position here?
It's a fortune.
Okay. Gather info. 4 dice. August is technically my friend also, right?
Yep.
5 dice.
And he's helping you because he thinks that he's giving an interview. Yeah.
Bam.
Nice. So bam, that is a critical. You get all the information you want. So
rock on.
Ask me a question and I will elaborate on the answer and then ask me another question, related or not.
So basically
I mean, I feel like you probably don't want help. I feel like you could probably ask and I'm assuming this would not be a question you're asking him, but you could probably gauge from the conversation, what kind of security is in place, that sort of stuff.
I kind of want to know what the... I kind of want to know two different things. Well, I guess, what the building is something I would have to use this for this, or could that be part of, like, just learning, like, what Salia told us and, like, just general knowledge about it?
Yeah, I mean, if you think it's important what the purpose of that building is something you would know. Yeah.
Well, that's just, I'm just generally curious about that. What, like, I guess my actual question is going to be, like, or what I want, the thing I want to learn from this conversation is, like, now that they're ready to start doing it and, like, move the plans over, like, how are they, like, I guess, like, and, like, the question, like, aiming towards things like, oh, well, you're probably really, with the importance of this, you're probably really secure. So, like, how are you making sure that no one's gonna, like, catch these plans off guard, or, like,
If I were attempting to steal these plans, how would you recommend I not do that?
Right, well, it's like, I'm setting him up to be like, they're like, our security is impenetrable because we have this hand guard where you scan your hand and no one could ever get my handprint to scan here. I'm like, oh, okay, so get his handprint to scan. Like, stuff like that, where it's like, he walks through, he like walks through it to show me how secure it is. And then I'm like, oh, well, boom, there's our in right there.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
It's like, you're like, oh, so the Death Star, how secure is it? Oh, it's so secure. It's like amazingly secure. There's definitely no holes where you could shoot a photon torpedo through. Like, oh, well, there's a hole. Boom, there we go.
Yeah, you can definitely get very detailed security information.
Rock on.
You have that information.
Cool.
I'll tell you more about it in the future.
Awesome.
When it becomes important.
Cool.
What else would you like to know? He explains, like, as you said, he goes through everything, like, this is how secure it is because we are so amazing.
Right. Cool. Yeah. So it was like, yeah, PD, writing it down, like totally engaged with the interview.
What approach of the ones listed would be the best one to get us in?
I think what I want to ask, and this is kind of aiming for where's the weakness here, is what, like, oh, well, to build this, you're probably wanting to use like local resources and like help your fellow businessmen in the economy that way. Like, what local resources are you using to help with construction? To aim for a potential way for us to get in by like, oh, if we pose as people from people from Billy Joe Bob's construction, could we just sneak in that way or whatever? Like, I guess info about the sorts of people that might be hanging around here.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you could use that as like as an in by disguising yourself as one of those groups.
Yeah.
Maybe like caterers or something. Can we go full
Sure.
Ocean's 11 with this?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Brilliant. Yeah. That's good.
Cool. Yeah. So like the interview kind of comes to a close, and I like, well, I think we got plenty of stuff here to make you look great. Thanks again.
All right then. And then he's like, he always seems so disdainful, but like
right.
Very helpful the entire time. It's just kind of how he is.
Well, he probably loves making himself look great.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
I really wanted him to just be like a nice guy that did a job because he wants to do it. And Tosh just hates his guts for no reason.
I mean, yes, there is that as well.
Right.
But,
like, he's not like an awful person. He's just kind of prideful. And yes, I know
that's kind of prideful.
He also just did a job.
Crew.
He also just did a job. And I hate him for it. So I get up and like shake his hand really earnestly, and then I like head out and leave, and then probably just to rub in the wound more, like when Posh gets out and like gets out of the building, just like the biggest look of disgust on his face, and he like walks somewhere to like wash his hands because he just
like gag a little bit.
Yeah, just like, oh, I can't believe I did that. Like that was worse than pretending to be a jerk, or like the times I had to like. All the other disguises I had to do, that was just awful.
Yeah, that was worse when I had to pretend to be a sexist bastard.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Are we good for...
I mean, that's every day. I think this is a good place to wrap up. We're at time, so
yeah. We didn't get to actually start it, but cool, awesome.
We got everything we need to start it, so we can just jump in.
Yeah, we can jump in next time.
We can hopefully burn through the first phase of it pretty quickly.
Yeah. We've got good information. We've got a really good in. We've got security info. We can just bam right into it.
Rocket.
All right. So we're gonna do XP backwards, starting with our cutter. Did you address a challenge with violence or coercion?
I don't think so. Not this time.
You did shoot the locks off of something. That's kind of violent.
Oh, I guess. Shoot is like...
Yeah, I would say that's violent.
that was me. While
take an XP. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Oh, definitely this time. What was it? Talking about we did a lot of magic stuff and
Mhm.
talked about our past. It's like, yeah, totally. We know each other from outside. I miss my wife
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
So is
Are
it
we gonna see your
definitely
wife?
part?
She's still alive?
Technically, but she's in her 40,
Technically.
like
She's kind of old
40,
now.
50. It's like,
Yeah, she'd be 50 at least.
yeah, it's one of those things. It's like,
She'd be pretty happy to see you at 19 again.
but I look completely different. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
very different. You have to convince her that you're. Yeah, that would not
That would be
maybe
such
go
a
over
good
that
end
well.
to that clock.
But you could definitely go visit her.
All right.
Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
I caused some issues with my vice and trauma with the share all thing.
Yeah.
I think so. So you can have that's 4 XP overall.
Thank you.
How about our hound, Liz? Did you address a challenge with tracking or violence? Violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang, bang,
Did you
bang.
express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? No. Okay. And did you struggle with any?
Well, you
issues
were
from
preparing
vice
for
or
when your
traumas?
parents are coming.
You were
What was
preparing
that?
for that.
Yeah, the training.
Yeah, earlier.
Oh yeah, let's see. It was for that.
Perfect.
1 XP. There you go.
It's 2 XP. Lurk. Did you adjust a challenge with stealth or evasion?
Yes, several times.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
A whole buttload.
And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
I want to lawyer you on this. The only reason I asked Salia what she is because of my trauma of being haunted by horrific monsters.
All right, 5 XP. And Tuxtradamus.
Yo.
Did Mr. Posh address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
Yes. So, definitely gathering all that information was,
Yeah.
with both of them. Didn't really do much in the score, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, so I guess just once, but it was a bigger thing. So I guess whichever, 1 or 2, whatever
Yeah.
you're feeling.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, that one I feel like that was multiple times, just with all
Definitely.
the stuff with Salia, and then also the fact that I had to go to like a person I hate to get information. So
For sure.
So
And did you struggle with any issues from your vice or trauma?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 4.
Okay. Coolio.
And last but not least, the whole crew has XP because that's how this game works. You guys are shadows. Did you successfully execute an espionage, sabotage, or theft operation? That is a yes, indeedy.
Yes, we did.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station? Yes, you did. And did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? You tell me. Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely not professional. Maybe ambitious.
Maybe.
But like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, and
Yes.
essential nature of this crew?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Get 2 there.
Yep. Cool. So we ticked over.
So that's 4 XP total for the crew.
Yep. So crew advance. I'll put that in the Roll20 chat so we remember it.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'll hand the reins of this thing back over to you, Tux.
Thank you. Cool. So thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight, watching us play the Blades in the Dark. We are coming to. We're still talking about this as a cast. We're not entirely sure how much longer this has left. Like between some amount of episodes. Basically, the point is, Smooth Criminals will be like coming to some sort of point in like the near future. After that, we'll be The current plan is to keep this cast around and move to something else. So more information on that when we get to it. But yeah, so yeah, kind of just little timeline for the future on the show. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and hopefully you will stick around to see where the Smooth Criminals go. So, let's do some outros for today. Dom, how about you start us off?
I'm totally not doing terrible things in the tavern right now. Yeah, it was a pretty good, game. Touchdown. I got to shoot. Well, I didn't directly shoot anything. I shot the wrong things. You realize TomCat is terrible with guns. So, I don't know how this works. Why do Orchid make it look so easy?
Yeah, like you were like aiming like it, like in the amount of time it took you to shoot one lock, Orchid was shooting like 7 of them.
Just reloading. It's kind of like a dance.
I kind of like the idea of Orchid like throwing guns into the air and shooting, and then catching it and shooting and throw it. Yeah, like that. Like something out of the Matrix.
Orchid's just reapering around the room.
Exactly. Exactly. That's always how I've imagined Orchid when she kills stuff.
Yeah, definitely a good thing. And I actually got the update from the Blood Bowl thing because I was checking it. It's like apparently the guy tied, which I needed to surpass him in the league, so I'm going to the playoffs.
Nice.
Congratulations.
And I'm like, woo, that's right. I don't really play this game seriously, guys. It's terrible. I love playing Blood Bowl. It's a cute little game to play football and stuff.
Awesome. Rock on. Kelsa, how about you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsa. You can find me on the internet where I do internet things. Mostly I play role-playing games or run role-playing games like I did tonight or this afternoon, whatever. You know what I mean. Typically, I'm also following this game over on AP Gaming Rails channel playing Winter's Edge. This week it is on hiatus while Arthur took a much-needed vacation. So we'll be back with that soon. Also on next week, it's going to be the first week that on Saturday mornings, we are going to have a really cool and awesome game on my own channel. It's been a long time since I've been doing some role play streams for myself, so I'm excited about this. We're going to be playing a game called Love and Banterville. It is a Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands game that's going to be long form and covering multiple sessions. It's going to be really cool and awesome to watch that build up and be more than I've always loved playing Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands. That is a tongue twister in itself. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that. Wednesdays, I'm also in 2 shows. I play in a Burning Wheel game called The Burning Wind over on RP Glory's channel at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesdays. And in the evening, I'm back over here for playing Play to Find Out Longfall, which, if you haven't seen, I highly recommend. I really, really, really enjoy being an adorable owl cat. And
it has all of the potential love interests in the world.
Apparently. Who has a sad cat life and is also a cop. Anyway.
And a bird.
And a bird. She's a bird and a cat and a cop, and it's just so confusing.
And a magical girl.
And a magical girl. That's right. She's got cool like white fire. It's pretty cool. That's me. That's all the things I do. You can follow me here on Twitch or on YouTube /KelsaDelphi, KelsaDelphi, or on Twitter. You can follow me. It's just @Kelsa. Pretty easy, pretty simple to remember. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.
Awesome. Michael.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Owen. I am an activist and game designer and founder of SwiftKite Design, where we designed The Circle, which is a fun role-playing game about having powers and not fully understanding what you can do with them and what that does to people. If you're interested in checking that out, you can check out the link below where you can find my Discord. Come check us out. We have some really cool stuff. All of my PDFs are available for free, as well as any that are made under the SwiftKite umbrella. If you are interested, I do have some other cool projects coming up that I am getting sort of jazzed for that no one knows about yet. Come check us out and follow me on Twitter for more information @MTLAllPro. Thanks.
Nice. Very cool. And Pian, finish us off with our outros.
Hi guys, I'm Pian. I wasn't really that prevalent in today's episode. I'm sorry.
You're the only reason we succeeded at the score.
Well, thank
Just
you.
be aware of that.
But anyway, you can find more of me, here on Wednesdays. For some long fall, you can find me at Tuesdays at twitch.tv/Regula. You can find me Saturdays here, like today, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Henley on Thursdays. That's me.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for hanging out with us and enjoying the awesomeness that is Blades. Link below to find it. Like it's like officially out. Like you can get the physical book. Like too far away. I would show you the amazing book, but yeah. There you go, right there. Kel says got him. Look at those books.
Wait, hold on. I can grab them. I can grab them if you want me to.
It's fine. It's fine.
I see them.
It's a beautiful book. You can get it now, right over there. Also just if you want to get the PDFs, they're out there. It's totally great. There's a lot of awesome hacks that are being worked on now that the game's actually officially out. It's super cool, and you should check it out. And yeah, so come out Wednesday for some Longfall, next Saturday for some Sick Blades, and in 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks, we'll be starting. Yeah, we'll be starting the Perimeter, which is our Urban Shadows game. It's gonna be super cool, and yeah, so far
Very
that's
excited for that.
Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks again, and have a great night. See you later.
See ya.